Oi. All right, all right. Let's see. I'm still getting started, everyone. So I'm still always doing some testings and still trying to see what works. And I want to try to see if this orientation, the orientation is working on the screen, if it's just going sideways or not. And I'm also having coffee, because coffee is the elixir of life. I love my coffee, man. I really do. I think it's phenomenal. Well, I'm from Seattle, right? I'm from Washington. We like to drink a lot of coffee. We are a coffee state. You know, that's where the accursed Starbucks came from. Sorry, everybody. Sorry, those who are real coffee drinkers. Sorry, yeah, Starbucks came from Seattle. Sorry about that. Let's see. Let me. Oh, good. So we do have a full screen. I just checked now. Good, we have a full screen. I got so tired of having that little tiny screen. You know, if you're on YouTube, you should try to maximize the full length screen. So now we have something, because I wanted you guys to have something to actually look at. You know, something a little wider. Maybe you can see more of the room, and you know, maybe something more interesting to look at in the background. No, maybe. I got a big head. Maybe I should move over a little bit. Still got a big head? Yeah, you still got a big head. Just right on. I kind of want you to see the Buddha shrine. The Buddha shrine is important. So that's why I'm trying to get out of the way. Maybe that'll do. No? Still? No? Maybe that'll do. Yo, blessed love, you just caught me. Amitabha, Amitabha, Amitabha. Thank you for coming. I'm still getting arranged. As you can see, I've done some new work with the rotation of the camera. And I'm trying to maximize some of that space. I'm trying to maximize some of the space that is used on the camera so you guys have a full wider view, and you can see the Buddha shrine. And I'm doing okay. What about you, man? How you feeling? You okay? Glad you're here today. Today's going to be a cool topic. I'm still getting my coffee ready, and yeah, today's going to be a good topic. We're talking about gratefulness and the importance of being grateful. The importance of living in your gratefulness, the importance of being a tool of gratefulness. Bama. My man coming from Bama. Have I been through there before? I might have. I don't know if I've driven through there before. I'm not sure, but it was a long time ago. I thought I was a child when I was driven through. I didn't actually drive through, my parents did. Okay, let's do it, you guys. I don't want to keep you guys. Let me do this coffee real fast. G7, I'm telling you right now, G7, this joint will have you on super blast. G7 is a Vietnamese coffee. Oh, no, this is not an advertisement. This is just something that I like to drink. Okay, not an advertisement, just something that, it's very common here. G7 is a super strong coffee. It'll have you on blast. I'm just telling you right now, you drink this, it'll have you on Zoom, super Zoom mode. So for those of you who would like to have their cake and eat it too, have their coffee, this is the one that you want to go to. But it's real coffee though, you know what I'm saying? It's real coffee. It's not that processed stuff that maybe get from the US. Coffee is a very big industry here in Vietnam, and they pride themselves off their coffee here. They should, it's a really big coffee culture. And there's a coffee shop, coffee squat, coffee on every single corner here. You can't miss it. So it's a really big thing. Coffee culture here is a super thing, because people like to talk and chit chat and stuff. So they really pride themselves on their coffee. There's a couple Vietnamese brands of coffee here that they're really good though, really tasty. Bro, you go through a pot a day, you won't even need to go through a pot. I promise you get one of these drip Vietnamese coffee, you'll be good for the whole day, I swear. It's crack coffee, man. I'm just playing it to you safe. I'm just gonna tell you right what it is. It's crack coffee, man. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. It's crack coffee, man. It's it'll have you, it'll be giving you them jitters. It'll give you the jitters, you ready. Give you the jitters. Well, I'm pretty happy. It seems that there's more people tuning into the channel, which is good because I like it when we share together and people come online and share their experiences with the Dharma or how they can just be great. Not necessarily meaning they have to be Buddhist, but just sharing ways and opportunities of how they be great and how they can use the skill sets that I've come encountered with and share with each other. Some of the things that I share, they use that for their life to improve, and I think that's awesome. So I'm happy that more people are tuning into the channel. But it's weird though, on a real note, I think that YouTube is so weird. I've had it for years and I've never had basically any followers. I had it for years. And I've never had any followers. I've only got like 500 followers, 560 or something followers. And some of those are pretty new. They're new followers, So it's just such a weird thing to me because in the beginning, I used to try to learn how to do the follower thing and all that, blah, 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 and it never really turned out right. And I just gave up and started going to other social media, TikTok and Facebook and things, and I was more successful there. And I just gave up after some years. I just gave up and was like, it doesn't matter, just stick to the message. If the message is more important than getting your followers anyway. And that's what I did. And all of a sudden I started having more followers. I guess it's one of those things that you don't chase, you attract. Stop chasing what is, you don't need to chase what is meant for you. If it's meant for you, it's going to be there. You don't need to chase after it. It's a pretty good lesson that I learned for myself there. And plus the last message we talked about was it's about quality, not quantity. Having a lot of numbers, that's a lot of responsibility. But having a good quality, that's an investment. When you have good quality, that's a better investment. All right, let's see if this coffee is about to shake it up. One second, everyone. I'm just typing some stuff online. That dog outside is a manic. Barks at anything. I remember the first years I came here, that dog, I wanted to throw a shoe at it every time. Or I just wanted to open the window and throw a shoe at it. It's so noisy all the time. Well, I guess you can't do that. You can't, go to open your neighbors and, throw a shoe at their dog. It probably wouldn't be good. You living in the temple throwing shoes at people's dogs, probably not a good look for a monk, But, yeah, the dog is so annoying. Oh, that's better, right? That's a lot better. Yeah, there you go. All right, everyone, getting ready to get started. So we start our traditional setting, that Namo Bangsu Tekka Moni Fat, Namo Bangsu Tekka Moni Fat, Namo Bangsu Tekka Moni Fat, Sadhu, 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 Amitabha, Amitabha, Amitabha. And I start off by saying that I take the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha as a refuge. Second time, I take the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha, the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha as a refuge. And thirdly, I take the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha as a refuge. And I'm following in the path of the Bodhisattva, which is to be selfless and to give others, even if I don't have it myself, to at least give them the help and courage they need so they can be on a way that leads them into enlightenment, even if it be before myself. My name is Bhante Panya, or also known as Jihui. Jihui is the name that they both mean the same, which is Jihui and Bhante Panya, which is mean open heart or open to enlightenment, or open to wisdom, or open heart, open wisdom, depending on how you translate that. One is in Chinese and the other is in Pali. But that's not here or there. So I'm a Buddhist monk. I'm a Buddhist monk for about 10 years. I've been living in Southeast Asia, Cambodia, Thailand, Vietnam, Taiwan, and been to travel a few other places as well. And I've been here practicing the art of restraint, Buddhism, meditation, and just studying how to live and how to be a monk. And it's been pretty well, but it's pretty successful at the time being. It's been pretty successful and grateful for that. I am grateful for that, and it's an experience that you won't get anywhere else in the world. And it's pretty awesome. It is truly amazing. I can't take that for granted. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty awesome. Today's talk, we're talking about gratefulness, being a source of gratefulness, how to recognize gratefulness, how to perceive gratefulness, and how to keep adding gratefulness to our life so we don't live in a state of spite, resentfulness, and be like some of these people that you might see on social media that are just ungrateful for the blessings that they have. The first blessing that we have, and the first the first blessing that we have that we should be grateful for, we have a sound mind. Some of us, sometimes. We have a sound mind. We're rational. We're able to look at things and rationalize between good and bad, positive and negative, where we're able to use our mind in a way that lets us accumulate goodness and distinguish between what is wrong and right, what is wisdom and ignorance, what is strong and weak, what is healthy and unhealthy, and etc. These are the first things that we should show gratefulness for. And showing gratefulness, thinking about things that make you great, is something that you can also use for tranquility practice within your meditation and calming the body, calming the mind, and staying focused. Be like, I'm grateful for this. You can just focus on that one aspect, that you are grateful that you have a mind that is not corroded with exaggerations of what the truth really is, or exaggerations. Time for my first hit of coffee. Okay. Here we go. Yummy. All right. He said that, Brother Josh said there was a monk over here that killed another monk over the chores where I live, I guess over sweeping the floor. That's terrible, And it's scary because you never know what could happen. You always got to keep your cool, man. And to be honest with you, people outside make me want to throw shoes at them. They ain't making a lot of noise. It's early in the morning, y'all making a lot of noise for nothing, And to be honest with you, I understand about how living in a monastery, tight quarters, can put you on a really, it can be really pet peevey. It can be really pet peevey. It can make you feel like you're losing your mind just because you're with these people 24 hours a day. You're with them all the time. You don't really have proper space. And you kind of feel like people are looking at you when they're probably really not. Perception is a really good thing to be grateful for. Your perception, and you perceive that people are looking at you. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. But yeah, I'm sad that happened. That shouldn't happen at all. But karma, man, you're dealing with a weird basket of karma, to be honest with you. And I feel sad about that. It's hard. It is a struggle. We practice now to apply it when things are hard. You get what I'm saying? We're not using this path to practice it when it's easy. We're using this path to practice it when things get hard, when people pass away, when anger arises, when things don't go our way, when situations don't end up the way we want. That is the reason why we practice now. We practice these arts of restraint, so when the times become tough, boom, that's the first thing that pops out is our practice. Not our anger, not our ignorance, not our willingness to be involved in silly fights and squabbles. It's one of those things where this is the art of de-escalation. Something that the police should be using, but they don't. We should be using de-escalation techniques, so therefore it will help ease situation. People calm down so they can think about themselves. Something that mainly the police should be doing, but they don't. The brother says here, Brother Josh says that he didn't really choose the path. It's just finding me, as strange as that sounds. Well, I don't know if the path is finding you. It's just maybe you are finally being receptive. You're finally being receptive. You're at a stage in your life where you're receptive to the path. But if you don't continue, the path can be lost again. So in order for you to, the gratefulness about this is that you accepted the call of the path. Now you have to keep on cleaning and brushing away the things that are obscuring the path. Giving charity, being nice, being kind to people even when you don't want to be. You found this path somehow. There's some way in your karma that you intertwined in this path and it caught your eye as being a safe, reliable path to actually go down on your path of spiritual life, your path of life. And because it's such a good thing, then keep on going down this path. Not only keep going down this path, but clean it as well. So therefore, the people that walk on this path after you, they will realize that this is a clean, smooth path that I can walk down, and others have actually been here and been walking, keeping this path clean even before me. Possibly, yeah, you're possibly making up for past. We're all doing that. Let me take another sip here. Sorry. So basically, the Buddha spoke about being grateful and being a source of gratefulness. There's a word in Pali. Pali is the language that the Buddha spoke. It is the brother or sister language of Sanskrit. It is called Katunuta. 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 It means recognizing what has been done for us. Together with the word Katavidi, I think it's Katavidi, acting in a way that acknowledges and repays it. The Buddha explicitly calls gratitude a mark of a good person. The Buddha says that gratitude is a mark of a good person. There's a sutta where the Buddha says that an ungrateful person is a person lacking integrity, while a person of integrity is grateful and thankful. I mean, that's pretty strong language for the Buddha. It calls a person that doesn't have gratefulness a lack of integrity. Strong language. But sometimes strong language is needed. Strong language is needed, so therefore, you can get the message across. Not everyone's going to get the message across when you're speaking kind to them. Some people don't know kindness, so you have to speak rough to them. Some people don't know how to receive love, so you have to speak to them with a lot of aggression. That's all they had their whole life is aggression, so they confuse aggression, violent or rough behavior. They interpret that as love. Sad as it is, but that's the truth. The Buddha isn't treating gratitude as merely a pleasant or a personal trait. He's essentially saying that gratitude is evidence of character. Gratitude is evidence of character. And then he gives an example of the parents. He says that even carrying one's parents on one's shoulders for 100 years will not fully repay what they have given. He gives a fascinating answer about how one repays them by helping them develop faith, virtue, generosity, and wisdom. You help your parents off by giving them faith in you, that you are a good investment. Them giving birth to you was a good choice and good investment, not only for them, but for the world, the community. Your parents want to see that you are doing well for yourself, doing well for yourself or your family, and if you don't have one, at least for your neighbors, your community. You're being a person that is useful for the words. Useful for the world. The God-given skills that you have is being put to use in a way that is going to benefit yourself and benefit your surroundings. Remember, the God-given skill that you have is not for you. It is for you to develop so you can give it to the world. People think that the God-given talents that they have are because what makes them unique and special, and that's what makes me unique and special and better than anyone else. No, you have this God-given talent so you can give it away to other people because they don't have it. So one thing is, don't be merely merely repay a person who helped you. Become someone through whom their goodness continues. Your parents are banking that you will continue the lineage of goodness through your life. The lineage of wisdom that they have learned, that you will be a beacon of that light and continue spreading that on as far as you possibly can. Not just a bloodline, not just someone who looks like their dad and their dad looks like their dad. Not because you look like their grandparents and their grandparents and their grandparents. They want you to be able to correct the wrongs and continue the rights and goodness of their family. They want you to have virtue. They want you to be generous. Nothing more than having a family proud that their son has presented the family name in generosity and kindness. Nothing more beautiful than that. To be known in the whole block, to be known in the city that, the Johnsons, that is the most kindest family out here, the most loving family out here. It's better than being like, the Jones is the most violent family out here. Nobody wants to be, who wants to be known for fear? I'd rather be known to be the family that has the most loving, kindest family out here, the most gratuitous, the most generous, the most wise, the most helping. A safety place for generations to come. Let me also see some of these messages here. Oh no, you can. I don't always get time to read because I'm in the middle of lecture. You can say whatever you like, Go ahead and type as much as you want. But if I can answer, I'll answer. And I can respond back, I'll respond back like right now. You type whatever you like. To be honest with you, it's only me and you online. It's only me and you online anyway, so no problem. So, one second. Gratitude appears in the Sutta of the Mangala Sutta. Okay, the Mangala Sutta lists gratitude, katunuta, Gratitude as one of the life's great blessings, all right? It shows as one of the life's great blessings. And it is traditionally translated along the lines of reverence. I don't know why people would call me right now. Let's see what's happening here. I don't even know what they're saying. I don't know why people call me right now. Interruptions. You got the local construction workers outside, and then people calling me on the phone saying some weird stuff. I don't even know what they're saying, man. They was calling saying something. I don't know. I don't know. I just hung up. So back to what we were talking about. Gratitude appears in the Mangala Sutta. The Mangala Sutta, it says that reverence, humility, contentment, gratitude, and hearing the Dharma at the proper time, this is one of the highest blessings. I'll say it again. Reverence, humility, contentment, gratitude, and hearing the Dharma at the proper time, this is the highest blessings. And look at the company gratitude keeps. Gratitude keeps company with reverence, humility, contentment, and gratitude. These are its friends. When you have people that revere the Dharma, revere truth, revere being kind, revere being loving, revere compassion, revere wholesomeness, skillfulness, wisdom, then they're also going to be friends and companions of people who have humility. They're not arrogant. They're not egotistical. These are people that have humility and self-reflect. They self-reflect within themselves. People will have contentment. They don't need a bunch of stuff. They're trying to get rid of a lot of stuff so they can focus on what they really, really need in their life. The more things that you have, the more clutter you have in your mind. The more things you're worried about losing. The more you have to pay attention to where you lose your things, you drop your things, you find your things. Okay? And when you have a person who is content, you have a person that also shows they have a lot of gratitude. So these are the characteristics of the people that you should try to find yourself in alignment with, monk or non-monk. This is not accidental. These people that have these characteristics also have other characteristics. We forget about that. A truthful person is also a wise person. A truthful person is also a person who has gratitude. A truthful person also is a person that can formulate gratitude and humility as well, because they know what it's like to be a liar. They know what it's like to be lied to. A person who recognizes how much they have received naturally becomes less arrogant. That's one of the biggest things that people need to really focus on is arrogance, man. And Buddhism is not talked about a lot. Arrogance, doing things for show, showing off, doing things for a value of people wanting to be, because they want people to be happy with them. Oh, they want to put their name on everything. They want to show off all the time. Not talked enough about Buddhism. And I think it's kind of a disgusting habit that people do. They don't want to help unless their name is attached to it. They don't want to give unless their name is said in front of an audience. They don't want to help and they don't want to contribute unless you take them by the hand and point them out to the crowd that this is the person that gave or donated this much. This is the person here who who helped buy some wood for the temple. This is the person that gave the rice. It's always for some kind of angle, and this is kind of disgusting. You do things because they need to be done. It's not about the name. It's not about your name. Your name doesn't mean you're a good person. Your name would have been safer if you'd have just did it without your name attached to it. That's what makes you a good person. That you do your deeds, you do your deeds in the dark and wait for them to shine in the day. Or you can say you do your deeds in the day and you wait for them to shine at night. You know? So number 2 is gratitude appears in the sutta of what the Buddha had said there: reverence, humility, contentment, gratitude, and hearing the Dharma at proper times. Why did he say that though? Hearing the Dharma at proper times. Why do you think that this is the highest blessing? Hearing the Dharma at the proper time. Because hearing the Dharma at the proper time is not to hear about the Dharma at the proper time. I mean, you can listen and hear the Dharma at any time, but it's probably not the time to sit there and talk about the Dharma when you are in the middle of a hot argument in the middle of the street, you know, people getting shot at. And I say that, and I'm not even joking, man. We live in America. People were getting popped. You'll get popped easy, bro. I'm not even joking. People think I'm talking about people getting shot like I'm joking. I'm not joking. It's not a joke. You can catch a bullet quick in America, at least where I'm from. Knifing. That's not funny, but it's the truth. So there's proper times to hear the Dharma. Not while you're stealing, not while you're intoxicated, not while someone's trying to attack you. Hearing the Dharma when it's not time to talk about the Dharma when you're involved in breaking the precepts, the 5 precepts. When you're intoxicated, you're stealing, when you are trying to kill someone. It's not the time to start talking highly about the Dharma. Let me put this here too. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, guys. Where did you go? Ah, there we go. Okay. Oh, perfect. Okay, there we go. There we go. Sorry, I lost my page here. Boy, I'm telling you right now, being electronically the Buddha's gratitude after enlightenment. The Buddha's gratitude after enlightenment. Sorry, I took that little pause there. Here's one of my favorite Buddhist images for you to talk about. Okay, for us to sit there and talk about it, is his gratitude after enlightenment. Okay, and you'll find out not just with Buddha, but many sages. What makes them sages is they had gratitude. They didn't start thinking they were kings. They didn't think that they, after their own enlightenment, they thought that they were better than other people. They thought that others were lesser than them. They became enlightened and then they forgot about it. Forgot about it meaning they became enlightened and it didn't over burst their ego. They say, oh, That's enlightenment. Okay. It still means that I need to wash my clothes, use the bathroom, eat food. They just forgot about it. Just, let it pass. They didn't try to hold on to it and use it as a tool to make others submit to them. Okay, they became enlightened, and they continue on with their path. They continue teaching. They continue doing their daily chores. Doesn't mean you're going to blast off into the heavens. I'm enlightened, and turn into an X-Men. You don't become like, I don't know, Thanos. All right. According to the traditional account, after Buddha, the Tathagata's enlightenment, the Buddha spent time reflecting upon the Bodhi tree. It's a beautiful thing. He spent time reflecting upon the Bodhi tree itself. The very tree under which he had awakened. Later, Buddhist traditions interprets this as an expression of gratitude toward the condition that supported his awakening. The Buddha has conquered ignorance. He has discovered liberation, and yet enlightenment doesn't make him say, I don't need anything anymore. Instead, enlightenment reveals how much he depended upon everything. The tree didn't enlighten him, but without the tree, there would have been no Bodhi tree beneath which the particular awakening occurred. That's a wise lesson. He sat there after enlightenment and showed gratitude to the tree. That if there was no tree, he wouldn't be able to sit there and receive his enlightenment. He was grateful for that tree. And he sat there and thought about the gratefulness of that tree, just how it was, just for its being. He didn't forget about the tree. He was grateful. Man, that's gratitude. Even the small forms of gratitude are things that, these small forms of gratitude are things that will be able to help you succeed. That's really empathetic, and I like that. That's really helpful. Wisdom doesn't make you forget what supported you. Wisdom makes you see it as more clearly. It makes you feel it's an integral part of your practice. Blessed love, Kim King. So he didn't forget about where and what happened at that moment. Even here, I'll give you an example. There's been people that are completely troublesome. I mean, not just a little bit, like a lot. Every time I talk to them, they give me problems. Every time I get near them, they make me feel some kind of way. I get in my feelings, I get angry, I get frustrated. And it was after some time of separation between this person, I really realized, blessed love, sister, I really realized that was actually my teacher. And I know you hear that a lot, that even, anger is one of your best teachers. They are your teachers because they show you the side of yourself, what you're willing to do, what length you're willing to do to get them away from you. It shows you the darker side of yourself. It shows you the level of anger, hatred, and just all these things that you hide within yourself that you're willing to use to get them away from you. So you have to be a little wiser about the things that you're coming in contact with that you're also uncomfortable with. They're actually trying to teach you something about yourself, which is the dark side, which is the shadow self of you that you hide between your generosity and your kindness. But it takes a while. You have to be actually kind of removed. It takes a while. You have to step back from that a third person perspective in your quiet time and think about that. And it's kind of sad that, there's people that really rile you up. They really do. And you're willing to bust their heads open. You want to throw an egg at them. You want to throw a shoe at them. And you probably want to do more, but you have to sit there and stop and reflect for a moment and just sit there and think that, wow, just because a situation, I didn't like a situation that didn't go the way I wanted it to, or I didn't want to accept the situation for what it was, I'm willing to use violence, anger, and aggression against a situation that's just being a temporary situation. That is right, Mr. Joshua Blocker. If you can't forgive someone, it'll burn you before it burns them. It's going to burn you first before it burns them. That's the truth, because that fire has already eaten you alive while they're out there just being their regular self. You have to remember, you are a person that has the dharma. You are the person that has these precepts on the top of your head, the top of your jabha, the top of your forehead. You have the teachings of the Lord Buddha that should always be on the top of your forehead, the top of your mind. They don't have that. We have moral precepts that we follow this is the purpose of chanting and reciting. So they will be always on the top of your mind, on the tip of your tongue, and in the sights that you see, and in the hearing that you hear through all situations. They don't have that, so you have to have a level of compassion for them, even if they tick you off and they make you vexed. Oh, it's not easy. It's not easy at all, brother. I mean, I still get frustrated. I get irritated. Now, the thing is, it's not easy because we, especially if you're living in the working world, especially in America, you know what I'm saying? We live in a world where their symbol of love is to irritate you and tick you off. And it's by design. I think it's actually by design in America, because it's a revenue service that they get from people becoming angry. They create crimes. Crimes create a need for law enforcement. Law enforcement creates prisons, jails. They get money for that. They're banking on you to lose your ish, lose your character, to lose your stance. So it's a revenue. All you have to do is look at TV. Nobody's talking about, hey man, let's bury the hatchet and just be friends. They're talking about, oh, a chicken nugget? All right, let's pull out a gun and shoot everybody in McDonald's for a chicken nugget. So it's just something that's it's a gross, disgusting way a disgusting use of our space and our time. I don't understand how. I could talk about that forever, to be honest with you, and I don't want to. But yeah, it's pretty gross that I don't know about other countries, but I just know about my own. But America is just a vile place where they always support violence, fighting, separatism, clanism, racism. They don't know how to be compassionate, love, happy with each other. They can't focus on which is the topic today, is gratitude, being grateful. They don't know how to be grateful for each other. They don't know how to be less because of so many things. Consumerism. Consumerism creates scarcity. Scarcity means that I need to have it before somebody else. Scarcity means that I'm better than you and I better have it before you because my needs are before yours. It's not about sharing. It's not about, you know what, I need to buy this and we need to come together and put our resources together and take care of each other. No way. They'll call you a communist if you think like that. They'll call you a socialist or a communist because you guys came together and put your resources together to help each other. They're like, oh, you're a communist, you're a resource. It's terrible. It's scary there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and continue, guys. And another thing that we're talking about from a Buddhist perspective, the Buddhist gratefulness for after enlightenment, and then we say the gratitude becomes generosity. Being grateful, cleaning your heart, man. That's all you got, your heart and your mind. Clean that out, and it becomes different avenues of generosity. There is, this is where you think your phrase being a source of gratefulness becomes especially beautiful. Suppose somebody gives you the food, you eat it, and you say thank you. That's gratitude, right? But suppose you take take some nourishment that they gave you and become stronger. And then you feed somebody else. Now gratitude has continued through you. Someone teaches you meditation, you practice, then you teach it to another person. Someone gives you shelter, you become capable of giving shelter to understand. So you become not only a source of refuge, you become stronger and become refuge for somebody else. So that means the person who taught you, raised you, or supported you gets positive generosity. They get the karma, they get the good deed, they get that merit. And through you, you also get that merit. And you get that merit and do it with somebody else, and it spreads like wildfire. Not about quantity, it's about quality. So all of you that are out there benefiting from the positive love, the positive active love of generating a source of security and sanctuary for somebody else, all of you get benefit, and it goes all the way back to the first person. Now think about that in terms of your parents that have passed away, your caregivers, the people that you love, the people who have raised you to be the person you are today, that actively helped you commit to doing good deeds. That's why it's so important for you to do all level of good deeds. Do not think a big one-time display of good deed is going to wipe out everything. It is the small things that you do daily, every day, that are more important than these big, huge, robust, feed 100, 200, 500 people a day things. Those things only happen small times. But the small things, they add up. And those are the things that help you stay away from the fire of the mind, meaning ignorance, okay? So, being kind. There's this TikTok I follow. And this guy, he doesn't need money. He doesn't need 1,000 iPads. He doesn't need to buy everybody food. He simply goes up to random people on the street and he says, hey, I want to tell you something. If nobody has told you this today, I love you. Okay? If no one has told you this today, I love you, I appreciate you, and you stay in the fight, you're doing great. And he just walks away. The smile that completely consumes the people that he comes up to just by this man walking up to them and saying, hey, if nobody tells you this today, I love you, you're doing good, we're happy you're here, stay in the fight. Their whole attitude changes. The darkness that they're on their face turns into a happy glow. He tells men, women, just random people on the street, and they are so happy. And can you believe the people that say, man, I really needed somebody to tell me that today? He didn't use money. He didn't use bribes. He just told people something happiness. So this is trying to tell you that this type of gratitude is well received and well accepted. You don't need to be a millionaire. You just need to be genuine. You need to step out your comfort zone and realize that the thing that you need to hear is also the thing that someone else needs to hear. That's being very generous with your words. That's being very kind and loving with your time. You're giving them your time. You're giving them, you're breaking out of your own fear to speak to your neighbor. The thing that you need to hear is also the thing that they need to hear too. And their whole aura changed, man. Their whole face lit up and just, men, we hide the way we feel. Men, we're not allowed to show emotions, but as soon as he told most of the men, you could see they was ready to break down and cry because they ain't heard that ever in their life. Nobody ever tells them that. Nobody ever speaks to men like that. They just think we're supposed to tough it up and just suck it up. Man, you can see it in the men's face. They ready to break down and cry, man. They needed to hear that. Grateful thing I see in TikTok. So going back to what we were talking about, you become capable of giving shelter. Someone else gives shelter. When you become capable of giving shelter, someone gives you compassion. You become compassionate. When you give compassion, someone else becomes compassionate. This is the Buddhist cycle. Receiving, appreciating, transforming, and giving. Receiving the blessing, appreciating how much it means to you, transforming yourself to give it to somebody else. That's the cycle it goes through. It passes through you. Okay, let me see some of the questions here, if there is any. Brother Joshua, hey man. Yeah, start a channel. If it's something that's going to benefit the community and benefit yourself on the positive, no problem with that. Mrs. King? Miss King, yeah, why not? Start a channel. This is what this channel is for. This is what my channel is for a safe space to provide people that want to see change, people that are tired of killing, lying, shooting, stabbing, foul language, and segregation between the sexes, genders, and everything. This is what this place is for. That we've had enough. We can come together and think of a way how to actively get out of this matrix. It's done. I've got a way to do so. But I'm going to have to come back to America to establish some type of center, whether it be somewhere, I don't know where. Establish a center so we can find a way to be actively ready to live a better life. I'm tired of it. We're not going to be able to live separately in America. It doesn't work anymore. You got to stop that. You got to put your ego aside. If you're going to be able, if you want it to work in America, you better put your ego aside, and we're going to have to sit there and share rooms together. Save some money, get your plane ticket, and get out. If you don't think that the rich and the wealthy are doing this, then you're deluded. You're not going to be able to survive alone in America with the way that they are overtaxing you. They're beating you with the taxes. They're smashing you with the systems that they are putting in program. Get with like-minded people that all have the same type of goal and setting in life. Get with them and sit. You better start your own type of monastery where you guys are, taking care of each other. I'm telling you right now, man, because if I come home, and I do have to come home soon, I can't. So I just want to be around like-minded people. Let's get out of there. I'm coming back with everything I have for us to get up out of there. It's not a safe place. At any moment, your lives are not valuable. Your lives are not, I don't care if you're black, white, Puerto Rican, Asian, That's obsolete now. That doesn't mean anything anymore. Being black, being white, that doesn't mean anything. Our lives are invaluable in their eyes. But I'm valuable. I love me. I love you too. You know what I'm saying? And if I have love for you, I'm sure that you have some love back. Let's get up out of there, man. Stop buying frivolous things. We need this for ourselves. You got to find your tribe. I'm coming home just to find my tribe. Not on no anti-government or, anti-anything. I want better for myself, and I want better for myself for you as well. A huge wealth gap, I know. Yeah, the color, the racism thing that's just exploited. Yes, America is very racist, but they use that. That's a big money-making scheme, man. That's a big political scheme. It's a big money-making scheme. It keeps people trapped. I'm telling you this from a person who lived in Africa. I lived in Africa for years, west, north, east, and south. Okay, I lived in Africa. I lived in Asia, all over. I lived in Arabia. You know what I'm saying? It's a purely an American thing. I'm telling you, it's an American thing, and they just keep gouging the wound. They keep opening in this wound where people, it hurts. Do you know what I'm saying? This wound of racism, it hurts. And it's hard to sew up. It's hard to close because they're always using that as a cash cow. They're milking this cow for what it is. They're using it as a cash cow to keep you guys disunited. You have to look at yourself as a human being. What does a human being need to live? You need a roof over your head, shelter, food, water, maybe love or community. For some of us, you need love and community. What else do you possibly need? Everything that a human needs is another human's needs also. You better start looking at yourself as a human needs thing. Stop looking at race. Don't get me wrong, I'm a proud black man. I know where I come from, but that doesn't mean that I don't have compassion for another being. To understand? I don't care what race you are. That's retarded for me. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? It's about your tribe. It's about you guys doing better for yourself so you can clean your slate and stop looking at excuses why you can't help somebody else. Is there differences? Yeah, of course there's differences. That shouldn't be something to spread you apart. That should be something that is unique that keeps you guys interested in each other. I don't want everybody to be the same. I want to learn something new. I want to keep on developing. By learning something different. I don't want to just stay the same. I want to learn something different. I want to see things that are different. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not, so yeah. Anyway, sidetracked. Oh, blessed love, King, Mrs. Kim Kang. That's really cool. Wait. The picture's really small online. So I'm trying to see your face there, and I couldn't see it. No, you're not going off track. It is frustrating. It is very frustrating because I want to be a loving person. I want to be more compassionate. I want to be more helping. I want to walk down the street and give blankets. I want to walk down the street and give food. I want to do all these things, but I'm afraid if I do that in America, someone's going to stab me in my chest. I want to do these things, and I'm going to pull out a gun and steal all the blankets. That makes me sad that I can't just be happy. I can't be a loving person. I'm jeopardizing my life for being nice, being kind, being selfless. I can't walk down the street barefoot because I'm going to stab myself with a needle. If I was to go out and organize 500 bags of lunch, do you know who's going to stop me from giving out free food to the homeless? The police are going to stop you. Not the people who are hungry. The police are going to stop you, so you're not allowed to give out free food to people without a permit. The cops will stop you from doing what is appropriate so you can help your community. You want to live in that? You'll get charged for being good. While they're out there openly smoking crack, dope, morphine, doing all types of drugs, acting crazy on the street, climbing up on the telephone poles, right in the middle of traffic, 12 in the afternoon, but you'll get a big ticket because you handed out sandwiches, and you'll have to go to court for handing out sandwiches. You want to live like that? Oh yeah, this happens all over because they're trying to discourage you from being a pillar of light in a world full of darkness. They are banking on the dark. These are demonic people that we're dealing with. They want this world to turn into a living hell because that is where they get their money from. They don't want its decadence. It is a destruction. It's a destruction of an empire. They don't want you to be good in any way, shape, or form. They have stocks in prison. The more tickets they give, the more money they make. They only want division. They don't want me and you to come together and be like, we're having enough of this. Remember, the biggest villain is Batman. Batman, they don't want Batmans and Supermans. The energy is so bad. But if we have a group of us, not just one, there is no more you just being the maverick. You need to have an entire group be like, I don't care. They can't arrest us all. They can arrest one person, but they can't arrest 1,000 people giving out 1,000 sandwiches at one time. They can't. You understand? It's important that at this time, quantity is important. 1,000 people hand out one sandwich. What are they going to do? Nothing. They can't do nothing. But if there's one of you handing out 1,000 sandwiches, you'll be in trouble. But if there's 1,000 people handing out one sandwich, what can they do? Now you're talking. Joshua, now you're talking. That's the real problem. That is the real problem with America, is we are in post-Germany World War II. And we know, I don't know how good you are at reading books, but I'm real good at reading books. And I'm real good, and I'm aware that they will sick the IDF on you ASAP. They're already there. They're called ICE. They're already there. They're rounding up people. They're already training. You better be aware. You better be aware who is in control of your system, because it's not America. America is not in control of America, period. They're gonna sick the boys on you, and they remember they're the chosen people. You better be cool. They're always giving them more money. Always giving them more money. That's what they do. That's the truth. That is the real truth. And the funny thing is, I remember when I was littler, you couldn't say that. You couldn't really say that. We all had it in the back of our mind, we couldn't say it. But now, finally, we can start saying it, and it's the real truth. All you need to do is follow the money. You need to follow the paper trail. All you need to do is follow the paper trail and follow up where is the paper trail coming from. And it's coming from one source. And where's the racism, the race bait game? Where is it coming back to? Where is it coming back to? Them too. All this race BS. It's projected by them as well. Back to our topic. I don't want to keep going, and it's sad, but it's the truth, man. It is the real truth. I don't know, Joshua Blocker. You're gonna have to contact me on Facebook. Actually, for anybody, you can contact me on, write me direct messages, or just add me to Facebook, and we can speak directly. Oh, PayPal, yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, what is it? Let me see if I could put the PayPal information. I should have the PayPal information. I do have TikTok. I do have PayPal. Let me put the PayPal info on there. How do I do that? I'm going to do it because that's very helpful. Okay, I got it. It's on the Bodhisattva page. It should be right here. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Here we go. Can you see that on there? I don't know if you're able to see that. Sometimes they block when you have the PayPal. My channel is not monetized. I to be honest with you, I have no idea how to do that. I do have PayPal, Cash App, and all that stuff. I don't know how to monetize on YouTube. I'm not really sure how to do that yet because I just really started to get back into YouTube, and I don't know how to do that. I mean, I do have a nonprofit and all that, but I don't know how to do that. Yo, what's up, brother Joshua Boulay? Yeah, I'm still here in Vietnam. Bodhisattva Society, paypal.me// Society. If you look at Bodhisattva Society on the beginning of the YouTube, it should give you all the information on how to contact and get involved with me. And it gives you all of it should say there. If not, it should be Bodhisattva Society, paypal.me/Bodhisattva Society. I really appreciate that. If you do donations, it greatly helps my work. But I'm not here just for the donations, but I do accept it. I do appreciate it. I just want to be Man, I want to be here for us, man. I really do, man. It's really important that we're here together. And let's see. I want to see if. So it looks like my comment doesn't even register when I put something up. It doesn't even. Oh, it's funny. Every time I put up PayPal, it just blocks it. So I'm going to do this instead. PayPal.me/Bodhisattva. It won't even, that's funny, it won't even allow me to, put that on there. Even if you want to add a little bit of money to yourself, they won't allow you to have 1 cent. Ain't that something? So greedy, billions and trillionaires, they won't even allow you to have $5. They keep you in a state of scarcity, and they keep you poor for no reason. They don't want you to have life. They don't want you to support yourself. They want you in a state of have not, while they have trillions of dollars. Sad. I don't know why. I can't even see it it won't even show you online. I don't know why. You can still find it. It's okay. Oh, that's what they do? Is that what people do? They just show it online, huh? Oh, okay. I never thought about that. It's a good idea. I have a people. I want to continue this lecture for you guys. I don't have a marker at the moment, but I do appreciate that though. It's the same name, Bodhisattva. It's the same name as the channel. You'll find it on there. My info's on on my channel. All the info's on my channel, and I guess I'll do it next time. I'll finish the lecture first. I tried to put the info here, type it in, but they keep blocking it every time I try to send it. So that's the handle. That's the handle in itself. .me, PayPal.me, Bodhisattva Society. And then if you go to info about my page, same with Cash App, Bodhisattva Society. Same as well. Continue on the story. Continue on about generosity. Never mind. There's an even deeper Buddhist idea. We are not self-created, okay? We're not self-created. Dependent origination. Dependent origination in Buddhism is a very sensitive, serious topic, meaning that we didn't just come, we are dependent originating. Something happened for us to occur, to be, to reflect, or to react, or to feel. They're all dependent on something else, something coming in contact with something else in order for another response to come back. To have that resonance, it needs to bounce off a wall, something comes back, something kind of something like that. A spark happens, I have to acknowledge there's a spark. Like, the two. Dependent origination gives us even more radical way of looking at gratitude. Remember, we're still talking about gratitude. We tend to think, Joshua, you make sure you get me on Facebook or TikTok or something, because we need to talk. I built myself. We tend to think that we built ourselves, and everything that we have in our thoughts and our mind, we built it up by ourselves or through our own encouragement. We did this, our own hard work, and because it's me, ego. But if you look closely, who taught you language? Who fed you? Who grew the food? Who built your house? Who made the clothing? Who taught you how to walk? etc. Who cultivated the plants? Who cleaned the water? Who taught you? Their teachers. And who taught their teachers? So you start to realize that it's a really dependent origination. Everyone is dependent on each other. We are very dependent. We're codependent on each other to develop. That's evolution. We're very codependent on each other. And because of this dependency, we start to learn what is wrong and right. We start to realize what is fire, what's going to burn us, and how we drown in water. If we didn't know, we kind of be like pandas walking around hurting ourselves all the time, right? We're standing on eons, an enormous mountain of other people's efforts. We are learning through the mistakes and successes of a lot of other people. That's why gratitude can be a form of wisdom rather than merely just an emotion. It's wisdoms that we're learning off of, that we no longer need to do some of the things. We don't need to keep reinventing the wheel if it's already been invented. That's the name on Facebook, Bhante Panya. Also, you can find on the YouTube channel for more information. All my handles, TikTok, Facebook, all of it. It should, if you click on more, it should tell you the whole on the Bodhisattva Society page. It should give you all the details, my website, everything. I don't know if it shows on your side. There is a beautiful Mahayana expansion. Mahayana meaning the higher or bigger vehicle, which I am a part of. And it's talking about the Bodhisattva, which means a saint or a person who took a vow of not entering Nibbana until everyone has gone before them, a very selfless act. The Bodhisattva looks at existence and says essentially, how could I possibly live only for myself when everything that sustains my life has come through other beings? This becomes the spirit of the bodhicitta. Instead of what can I get from the world, the question becomes, what can I return to the world? What can I return to the world in gratitude? I've been so blessed with my life. I've been so blessed with good health. I've been so blessed with the ability to be happy and to be kind. How can I take that and turn it back and give it to other people so they can feel that way too? And eventually this type of change, you aren't keeping score anymore. It's not about keeping score. You don't say, I helped you, therefore you owe me. I helped you, so it's your turn to give back to me. I gave you $1, so you need to give me $1. You say, I gave you $1. And that's it. Whether you gave it back to me or not, I don't care. I needed to release. I need to release the craving. I needed to release this craving, desire, attachment for your acceptance to call to tell me I'm a good person. I don't need you to tell me I'm a good person. Damn it, I know I'm a good person. I gave you this without you needing to return to me. If you're a good person, you would return it to me. If you don't return it to me, I'm still a good person. You know your responsibility. I don't need to come beat you up over the head and tell you. You know what you got to do. I gave you X, Y, and Z. I did this X, Y, and Z. I gave my energy and effort to you X, Y, and Z because I need to release this desire of craving, clinging from my life. I don't want it anymore. I don't need you to give me anything. If you turn around, if I give you $1 and now you just come up and tell me, oh, you're the worst person in the world, I hate you, that's your problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry that you feel that way, but my deed is already done. I've done the good deed. You're not going to take that away from me. You're not going to turn my good deed into garbage because you're unhappy. You might have just been having a bad day. I have to try to make an excuse for you. Azirafak, thank you. Amilafal. You simply become a source of benefit for yourself and for others. Simply becoming a source of benefit for yourself and for others. This is much closer to the Bodhisattva way. That you are a source of sanctuary. You are a source of goodness. Do you understand? You are a source of goodness in a world that is full of putrid behavior. People can come to you. Just remember to keep emptying your cup. When you start to feel full, remove yourself, empty your cup, take out the trash, breathe, center yourself, meditate, and get those stuff out. Don't let that, a lot of the stuff that you see, it's overwhelming. You have to remember to get it out of your system so you can always be a source of lightness. You can always be light when you walk the earth. Don't walk the earth heavy. They're already walking the earth with heavy footsteps already. Don't add to it. There's a wonderful Zen-like way of putting the whole thing. It's like, imagine a person gives you a candle. You could say thank you and put the candle on the shelf, or you could use the candle to light another candle. And another candle, and another candle, and eventually the entire room is illuminated. Don't burn your house down. Okay. Please do not burn your house down. I'm just saying that when somebody gives you a light, take that light and add it to another candle, light more candles. So there'll be illumination. There'll be warmth. There'll be an atmosphere of calm, security. There'll be the atmosphere of warmth, security, calmness, tranquility. And guess what? It still doesn't diminish the original flame it came from. It doesn't diminish the original flame of where it came from. It adds to it. You got to remember that every person that is doing something selfless, they're hoping, in the back of their mind, they're hoping that it will catch on. It will catch flame. Another person will also do generous things as well. But when you take that and are not gratuitous with that, you are not grateful for that, not only does his flame die out, but he's not going to recharge it to be able to give it to somebody else. So when somebody gives you a lit candle of happiness or kindness, keep lighting it so the person knows from the beginning, so the originator knows that this is a worthy thing to do. It's worthy. Don't let the person feel like you did nothing for nothing. Makes them feel bad. Remember, you have to think about your brothers. Think about your brothers and sisters in humanity. Why do you guys want to sit there and kill the person who's trying to do the best? Support them. Support the people who are out there sacrificing their life for the fact that they're sacrificing life for other people to be happy. Who gives a crap about Kim Kardashian and all these people? Stop giving stupid people the spotlight. Also supported by, I don't want to say it, we can't keep giving the spotlight to stupid people. You give the spotlight to people who are selfless, who want to change so they can continue to do their work. The light has to have somewhere to go. You're right about that. If the candle is unprotected, the wind is going to blow it out. Or it's going to burn and fizzle out by itself without having any type of nothing. That's like doing a masterpiece, painting a masterpiece, and then taking a beautiful master art piece and hanging it inside of a closet and closing the door. Who's going to see it? Who's going to benefit from that? Who's going to sit and be inspired by such a beautiful painting? If someone gave you a Michelangelo, someone gave you a Mona Lisa, you put it on the wall so others can admire it, so they can learn how to use that to their benefit, so they can use artwork, so they can X, Y, and Z it or whatever. It's on display. But if you take somebody's artwork, you take somebody's generosity and dump it inside the closet with a bunch of shoes and mops, how do you think it makes the person who makes them feel like they didn't do good enough? And then eventually they'll stop. We need to always multiply what is beneficial, what is wholesome, skillful. And this is the last thing. And honestly, I think that do not be merely grateful for the good you have received. Become the reason someone else has something to be grateful for. Do not be grateful for good you have received, but become the reason someone else has become the reason someone else has something to be grateful for. I'm grateful for your participation today. I'm grateful for you guys to be here and we share our sentiments together. Josh, I'm about to message you right now. And I'm getting ready to message you right now. And if there's anything that I've said that goes against the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha, the Bodhisattva way, okay? Let it known that the Dharma, the Buddha, is not lacking. The Buddha, the Dharma is not lacking. It is me who am still learning. I'm still on the path of perfection. The shortcomings are mine, not from the Buddha. I also, Amitabha, thank you so much. I'm always learning, and my opinion can change depending on the truths that I come in contact with as I'm going down this path. Okay, you guys are always welcome. I love that you guys are here. It helps me and it makes me feel so much better that you guys are communicating with me. I love you guys for that, and I want you guys to be the best people that you can be out there. Remember, it's only us. Look, man, there is 5 people online. And the quality that we have right here is beautiful. Do you understand? There's people right now online that got 2K followers, and more than 75% of them are no good. But there's 5 quality people here, and we have benefit from each other. I love you guys. You have a beautiful day, and hopefully I'll see you guys online next time. Okay, peace, blessings, love, and light. Amitabha, 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 Amitabha. Blessed love. You guys be good. I'll see you guys on either Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. I'll see you guys soon, yeah? Yeah, be the light you guys want to see in the world. Thank you guys, man. I really appreciate it. Especially, Sister Kim. Ayuan also kang patlang. Ayuan also kang patlang. Ayuan also kang patlang. May you have long lives, success, and fortune. Good fortune for the deeds that you have done. May the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha bless you, and the ancestors guide your way. May you be loved. May you be light, and may you have a beautiful rebirth. Shalom, shalom.